Emmett, but Alexander Botts is in town, and we're expecting him.
Do you still get letters from that guy?
Oh, yes. And what letters?
What's he doing now?
Oh, well, he wrote me he's selling some absolutely sensational products. You know, he's a wonderful salesman.
Oh, he's a salesman.
Well, don't laugh. From what he says in his letters, he's a natural-born salesman.
I'll just take the pie. How about it?
Well, I was going to call on a prospect, but I guess I can always take time out for a piece of one of Ma's pies.
Look!
Hiya, folks. Hiya, Sally. Hiya, Mr. Blair. Hi, Emmett.
Hello, Bud.
Gosh, it's great to see you, Sally.
Oh, it's good to see you, Alexander.
Yeah. Did you get my letter?
Letter? 2 a day.
Come on, Pop, let's go get that pie.
Pie? What kind of pie?
Green apple pie.
Green apple. That's my favorite color. You talk about salesmanship. Say, I had a letter from the factory this morning telling me that I was out selling every man on the sales force. If I wasn't a natural-born salesman, I wouldn't have been able to sell the Pleep Tool Company.
Gosh, you must have had a fine commission. Why, that Pleep Tool Company is one of the biggest tool concerns in the country.
I guess I did get a pretty big commission at that. Haven't figured it out yet. Guess I better. Let me see. 6 times 6 is 36. And 4. FOB plus the insurance. 6, 12. Almost forgot the zoning rates. Plus 17. And 6. Plus 4. 6 and 8. Times 7. There you are. There it is.
What is it?
$3.05.
$3.05?
Oh, Alexander, I thought you were selling something worthwhile.
Oh, what are you doing, Butt? Selling bird seed? Bird seed, nothing. Now, folks, undoubtedly you want to know what this is. The idea of this little novelty is to bring you health. It opens the pores, clears the eyes, takes your mind off business worries, and last but not least, brings laughter back into the life of the working man. All you do, folks, is just to blow through the little pipe and attach the cork onto the hook. It's simple. Watch. There you are, folks. But don't take my word for it. Here, try it yourself.
So this is what you sell.
Well, but you're nothing but a peddler.
Well, is that so? Well, let me tell you something. It takes real salesmanship to sell a thing like that.
I'll tell you right now, boss, I don't want my daughter to have anything to do with a peddler. And I'll appreciate it if you don't bother Sally anymore until you become a more respectable citizen. Come on, Emmett, let you and I go get a piece of Ma's pie. Goodbye, Mr. Botts. I hope.
Sally, you don't think I'm a peddler, do you?
Of course not, Alexander. Only selling little gadgets like that, well, it's not dignified.
Oh, I see. Oh, gosh, I just happened to think I've got an appointment out at the hotel.
I'm sorry, Alexander, but you really ought to get out and do something important. If you're going to be a salesman, well, sell something big, something worthwhile.
Say, you don't have to feel sorry for me. I won't always be selling little gadgets. A natural-born salesman like me can sell anything. Steamship. That's it. That's what I'll sell. Say, that ought to be big enough for anyone.
You can't sell steamships. Be practical.
No? Bridges. What about bridges?
Bridges?
Yeah, sure. Some people buy bridges.
Oh, no.
No? Well, then... Tractors. Earthworm tractors. That's it. That's big. That's important. That's worthwhile.
Oh, that's right. Now you're talking.
Can I have this?
Oh, sure.
Look, Sally, I gotta be running along, but I'll write to you. The next time you hear from me, I'll be selling earthworm tractors. I'm gonna make a big success of this, and when I do, I'm gonna come back for you. Will you be waiting for me?
Why, certainly, Alexander.
Yeah. Goodbye, Sally. Butts listening.
You want to laugh, H.J.? Read that.
Earthworm Tractor Company, Earthworm City, Illinois. Gentlemen, I am a natural-born salesman, have a very quick mind, am honest and reliable. In fact, I have a positive genius for ferreting out sales. I became acquainted with your earthworms as a member of the motorized field artillery in the Army. I am an expert on tractors, as well as a super salesman, and I might add that I am also a master mechanic. When do I start to work? Very truly yours, Alexander Butts. Have you ever heard of this Alexander Butts, Henderson?
No, sir, never. And I think I know every tractor salesman of the country. This man's either a phony or a nut.
Well, maybe you're right, but I like his letter. It shows the kind of nerve it takes to make sales. Let's give him a chance and see what he can do.
Oh, now, please, Mr. Russell, not as a salesman.
Well, now, let's see. Healy has been asking me for a mechanic, and Butts says he's a master mechanic, doesn't he?
According to his letter, he's a master of everything.
Personally, I like a man who knows his own abilities and isn't afraid to tell them. I'm going to give him a trial.
Okay, you're the boss.
Son, take a letter, Alexander Butts. I'm going to have him meet Healy at the Robert E. Lee Hotel in Cypress City, Mississippi.
Alexander Butts, coming. How do you do, sir?
Are you Alexander Butts?
That's me, brother.
Well, I'm George Healy of the Earthworm Tractor Company.
Well, Mr. Healy, how do you do, sir? Come right in and sit down.
Thank you.
I was just writing another letter to the Home Office. I understand, Mr. Healy, that you need a lot of help down here.
Oh, you do you?
Mm-hmm. And with me on the job, Mr. Healy, your troubles are over.
Now, wait a minute. I think there's a slight misunderstanding. I've been getting along very, very well. I merely sent to the Home Office for a man to demonstrate a tractor for me.
Well, I can do that, and more.
You're new in the tractor line, aren't you?
Well, in a sense, yes. And in a sense, no. But in any sense, selling is my meat. Mr. Healy, you see in me a natural-born salesman.
That's very interesting, Mr. Butts, but I understood I was getting a mechanic.
That's right, you are. You're not only getting a mechanic, Mr. Healy, you're getting a master mechanic. And think how much better it'll be to get a master mechanic who also is a super salesman. Now, where are those tractors? Let's get right to work on this.
The tractor is down at the freight depot, but let's drop that for a moment. All I want to know is, can you operate an earthworm tractor?
Can I operate an earthworm tractor?
That's what I said.
Well, generally speaking, yes and no.
It says here that you were in the motorized field artillery, which used earthworms exclusively. Is that right?
Yes, sir, that's right. That's right.
Mr. Butts, I don't like to doubt your veracity, but I don't believe you've ever seen the Army.
Oh, you don't, huh? Well, just maintain your predicament. Just take a look at that. I was company cook, battery 127th Field Artillery.
A cook? Have you ever handled any kind of machinery?
I certainly have. For 2 years, I sold the Jiffy razor blade sharpener.
Well, this is grand, fine, splendid. Here I've got a tractor down at the depot only waiting for a man to drive it for me. I've got a deal all set with Jackson, the biggest lumber dealer in town, and then I draw a blank like you.
Calling me names won't do you any good, Mr. Healy. Just think how lucky you are to have me here to work shoulder to shoulder with you. With me on the job, this fella Johnson is practically sold.
The man's name isn't Johnson, it's Jackson.
Well, Johnson or Jackson, they're all the same to me. I sell anybody. Excuse me. Just want to tell them at the Home Office that you've reported.
Oh. What's in that bottle?
Oh, shoe polish.
Shoe polish in a Scotch bottle? Oh, you poisoned me, you lunatic. You killed me and killed my sale.
Say, I'll put your sale through better than you could have done it yourself.
You stay away from my prospect.
Just relax, Mr. Healy. I'll go right down there now. Get the tractor, find Johnson, and sell him quicker than you can say Jack Robinson.
It isn't Johnson, it's Jackson. Don't you dare go near my prospect.
Mr. Healy, I'm an independent salesman. I take orders from no one.
You come back here. Come back.
Cab, mister? No, thanks. Just breaking in a new pair of shoes. that's all right. What's the matter? Stuck in the mud?
What do you think?
Well, I think that just the right young man came along to help you out.
Well, I don't think anything short of a derrick is going to get me out of here.
We got a tow rope?
No, I'm afraid I haven't.
No tow rope. Well, stay right where you are. I'll be right back.
No. Change your mind?
Yeah, I forgot the rubbers.
Where to?
Oh, drive me to the Elks.
Faster? I guess I should have put on my chains, but I'll make out all right.
To get excited about. After all, if any damage has been done, it'll be paid for gladly.
Money talks louder than words.
Yeah. Who are you? Why, my name is Botts. Alexander Botts. My card, please. I represent the Earthworm Tractor Company, Earthworm City, Illinois. My company will take care of everything. Fully take care of everything.
How do we know that?
Well, Alexander Botts' word is his bond, sir. Do you doubt my veracity? Get going.
Where can I take you?
I'm calling on a man named Johnson who owns a lumber yard down near the railroad station. I'm going to sell him a tractor.
Johnson? He's not interested in the tractor.
How do you know?
Because I know him. He happens to be my father.
Your father? Well, that's great. This is a break.
I'm afraid you're wasting your time, Mr. Botts.
That won't be time wasted, Miss Johnson. The harder they come, the easier I crack them. That's salesmanship.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll see if he's busy. Can't go in now. The doctor's there.
Doctor, is your father sick?
Get out of here. I'm a sick man.
How is he today, Doctor?
He hasn't changed a bit.
Well, I guess we can go in now. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, you'll have to talk rather loud. Father's a little hard of hearing. Dad, I want you to...
Young lady, why are you late for work?
It's that car of mine. It got stuck in the mud again.
You should allow for accidents like that. Who's this?
Mr. Johnson, I am Alexander Botts of the Earthworm Tractor Company, Earthworm City, Illinois. My company manufactures...
What are you shouting at me for?
Well, Mr. Johnson, I am Alexander Botts of the Earthworm Tractor Company, Earthworm City, Illinois. My company manufactures...
Speak up, speak up.
What'll I do now?
Come up closer and raise your voice just a little.
Mr. Botts, I am Alexander Johnson of the... Mr. Johnson, I am Alexander Botts of the Earthworm Tractor Company, Earthworm City, Illinois. I answered your... I came in answer to your letter.
Letter? What letter? I haven't written a letter in 15 years.
Well, Mr. Johnson, the Earthworm is the finest tractor on the market today.
Earthworm tractor? Never heard of it. Stop watching that clock. I was just going to remind you to take your pink pills.
Oh. Mr. Johnson, as I was saying, the earthworm is...
Young man, I have no use for any newfangled inventions. So save your breath.
Well, but Mr. Johnson, the earthworm is no newfangled invention. Why, way back as far as the war.
War? What war?
What? Well, Mr. Johnson, the earthworm tractor has the most powerful motor in the world.
Young man, if you were selling mules, I might listen to you. But motors, 2 months ago, someone finally talked me into buying a truck. And do you know where it is now? Do you? No, you don't. Well, I'll tell you where it is. It's buried up to its axles in mud down in Chippewa Swamp.
Yes? Well, Mr. Johnson, may I make a little suggestion?
No. What is it?
Well, I have an earthworm tractor down at the freight station and get your truck out of that swamp just like that. You come along with me and I'll show you. And if I don't get that truck out of that swamp, you can chase me out of town.
No. I haven't got time to run you out of town.
Why don't you let him try it? That truck isn't doing any good stuck in a swamp.
Why should I waste my time? There's no machine ever built that could stay on top of Chippewa Swamp.
Mr. Johnson, the earthworm tractor can stay on top of a cup of coffee. And not a strong cup of coffee at that. Now, if you want your truck back in the service, I'm the young man that can help you.
Oh, go on, Dad. It won't cost you anything, and you might get the truck back.
Well, it's only a waste of time. But I'll go. You stay here. Somebody's got to watch that clock watcher. Come on, let's see that machine of yours, young man.
Good luck.
Thank you. Hey, don't look now, but your clock is stopped. There she is, Mr. Johnson.
Whoa.
Here we are. Isn't she a beauty?
I don't see anything beautiful about it.
Well, hop in and we'll take a little spin.
But me riding that lopsided merry-go-round?
No, sir. Why, she's just as safe as your own front porch.
Speak up, speak up.
I say she's just as safe as on your own front porch.
Well, let's go over there and talk it over.
No, Mr. Johnson. Up you go. And upsy-daisy. Up you go, sir. There you are. No trouble at all.
I know I'm not going to like this.
Oh, you'll love it, Mr. Johnson. Go right over there and sit down. Well, now, here we are. Now, let's see. That is the choke, I think. This is the ignition, I believe. And there is the clutch, I imagine.
You think, you believe, you imagine. Don't you know?
Well, yes and no. Now, oh, yes. There is the starter. relax, Mr. Johnson. Just relax. We'll have your truck out of here in just a minute. Just as simple as ABCs. Now.
Swamp is? That tractor of yours will come out of the south road if it don't sink.
Don't worry, the earthworm never sinks.
Hop in and I'll drive you over there.
Sound. Come on, can I help you? Come. There you are. Now, what did I tell you? Just as safe as on your own front porch.
H.J. Well, you said that Alexander Botts would boost business all right, and he has. He's been a one-man recovery in Cypress City. What did I tell you? You told me all right. He's boosted business for the taxi company, for the hardware company, for the city power and light company, for the Johnson Lumber Company. Why, he's even built them a new freight depot. Look at the money he's poured into that town, and we're paying the bills.
Why, this is outrageous. What can we do about it?
We can't do anything about the bills, but there's one thing I can do. I can fire Butts and Healy, too.
Wire them to that effect at once.
With pleasure.
Alexander Botts approaching. Ah, Mr. Healy. Well, how do you do, sir? Come right in.
You half-witted four-flusher, you.
Why, what's the matter?
This is what's the matter. You've got me fired.
Well, that's nothing. I got fired also. But don't you worry, Mr. Healy. Everything is going to be all right. I was just writing another letter to the Home Office, explaining everything.
Why, you idiot. You don't think I'm worried about the job, do you? I wasn't going to stay with her firm anyway. I've got a better proposition with the Elephant Tractor Company.
Yeah? How about taking me with you as your mechanic?
You? If I ever catch you in the same town with me again,
Excuse me, Mr. Healy. Seems to be my busy day. How do you do, sir? Oh, wait a minute. I can explain everything.
Explain everything about what?
About your car, Mr.
Jackson.
Jackson? You see, my company will pay for everything. My card.
Oh, forget it. I'm insured. I came here to congratulate you.
Congratulate me for what?
That's the finest demonstration I ever saw.
Yes, I guess it was. But just the same, I'm fired.
Fired? Why, I just wired an order in for 6 tractors.
Is that so? Well, whether you did or not, I'm still fired, Mr. Johnson.
Not Johnson, Jackson.
are you Tom Jackson of the Jackson Lumber Company?
That's me. I don't know why you went to see Johnson first. You can't sell him anything.
You're telling me.
Well, anyway, you've got commission coming on 6 tractors.
There. What did I tell you, Mr. Healy? Just as I promised you. Everything turns out right. We've got commission coming on 6 tractors.
Here's looking at you.
Hey, Johnson. Mr. Johnson. Jackson. Oh, don't drink that.
Why, Butts, you don't begrudge a 6-tractor customer a little drink, do you?
No, but...
Well, so long, and thanks again for the demonstration. That's the finest liquor I ever tasted.
Wait, Mr. Healy, you're not going to drink that. Excuse me, Mr. Healy. Just send the bill to Earthworm Tractor Company. Oh, hello, Miss Johnson.
Could you come down to the lobby for a moment?
I'll be right down. Oh! You poisoned me again! You big sissy.
You knew all the time that was shoe polish.
Well, here I am.
I thought I'd drop by for a few seconds and tell you how sorry I am the way things turned out. I should have warned you that Dad has a ferocious temper.
Oh, forget it. He didn't hurt me. Much. What really hurts is I lost my job.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish there was something I could do for you.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, now that you've lost your job, what are you going to do?
I don't have to worry. A natural-born salesman like me can always find something to sell. The thing is, I hate to leave this town now.
Why?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, this is the same as any other town, isn't it?
Well, in a way, yes, and in a way, no. There's more no than yes, I guess. What's your first name?
Mabel.
Mabel. Gosh, there's something about the name of Mabel.
Telegram for Mr. Botts. Telegram for Mr. Botts. A telegram for Mr. Botts.
Oh, boy. Excuse me. How do you spell that?
With a B.
With a B. I guess that's for me. There you are.
Gee, thanks.
Don't give it a thought. Wonder who this can be from.
Why don't you open it?
That's a pretty good idea at that. Listen to this. We have reconsidered our decision. Your discharge. Stop. You are back on the payroll as a full-fledged salesman. Stop. Proceed to Smedleyville. Instructions to follow. Gilbert C. Henderson. Wow!
Gee, I'm glad.
Well, I guess they know a natural-born salesman when they see one. Wait till I get to Smedleyville. I'll knock 'em dead. Say, I'll sell tractors to people in that town that don't even need them.
Why go to that trouble when there's someone right here in this town who needs them?
Oh, lead me to them. Is there someone that I overlooked? Say, I'll sell them before I catch the train. Who is it?
My father.
Oh, well, I don't think I'll have time on this trip, but someday I'll come back and sell him, too.
I'm afraid it might be too late then. You know, someday some real live wire salesman is going to come in and show Dad where he's losing money by not having tractors to work his timberlands.
What do you mean, live wire salesman?
I mean someone who won't run away the first time he's turned down.
Turned down? Oh,
I was knocked down.
Dad owns half the timberland around here. If he ever decides to buy tractors, he'll have to buy an awful lot of them. It'll be a big feather in the cap of the salesman who finally sells him.
I could sell them. I wonder if I ought to take the time.
No, you'd better go on to Smedleyville. It'd probably be too big a job for you.
Too big? Say no job is too big for Alexander Butts. And just to prove it to you, I'm going to stay right here and sell your father, Mabel Jackson.
Not Jackson, Johnson.
We are pleased that our earthworm RD8 has lived up entirely to your satisfaction. We trust that...
H.J.
What's the trouble now?
The only trouble we've ever had around here, but read that.
Yes, sir. The greatest tractor prospect in the country, Sam Johnson, is right here in Cypress City. I've decided not to go to Smedleyville. I think it best that I stay here and make the sale. We'll let you know how many I sell. Very truly yours, Alexander Butts.
Sam Johnson, the one man that every tractor salesman in the country gave up trying to sell 10 years ago. I'll wire Butts to proceed to Smedleyville at once.
Now, wait a minute, Henderson. This fella Butts sold Jackson. Maybe he can sell Johnson. Give him a chance and see what he can do.
I think it's a waste of time, but you're the boss, H.J.
I don't think it's a waste of time. I'll bet you right now, at this moment, Butts is selling Johnson.
Now you get out of here. And don't come back. And stay out.
Oh, I know if you'll only keep at it, you'll eventually sell him some tractors.
Oh, what's the use if I'm not alive to spend the commissions?
Oh, you're not going to stop trying now, are you?
Oh, I don't know. I got a wire from the factory this morning. I think I better get down to Smedleyville.
I was afraid the job might be too big for you.
The first few times he threw me out, I didn't mind, but I'm beginning to think that he don't want any tractors.
Of course, a master salesman will find some way to show Dad how necessary tractors are to his business.
Say, listen, I'm a natural-born salesman. That's even better than a master salesman. If a master salesman can sell them, so can I. Say, I'm going right down there now and come out with an order for 72 tractors.
Oh, no, Alexander, not today.
No? Why not today?
Well, you see, we're moving. Our house is up on rollers and ready to be moved to the other side of town.
Oh, is that so? What's the new address?
352 Spruce Street.
I can remember that.
Dad's more upset than ever. I think the $500 it's costing is the real reason he feels so badly.
$500? Say, excuse me, with an earthworm tractor.
What?
Oh, nothing. When are you moving the house?
Tomorrow morning. Dad and I are going to stay at the hotel tonight.
Close that door. You want me to catch my death of cold? Mabel,
Yes, Dad.
I've decided not to go to the hotel tonight.
Oh, but we've arranged to have all the utilities cut off. We can't stay in the house without any light, gas, or water.
I'll arrange to have them put back on again. I'm a sick man. I just caught cold from that door being open. I'm nearly dying. You wouldn't want a dying man to go to the hotel, would you?
Of course not, Dad. I'll call them. But they won't be able to move the house tomorrow.
That's all right. Let them move it the next day. Stop watching that clock.
Here they are, Dad. How are you feeling now?
Why do you ask me that for? You know I feel terrible.
I told you not to eat that steak tonight. At least not the whole 2 pounds.
That had nothing to do with it. I would have felt terrible anyway.
I didn't think you knew.
I saved you $500, and the earthworm tractor did it all. Here you are, all moved to 352 Pine Street.
You idiot! It wasn't Pine Street. It was Spruce.
But Alexander, you know it was all your fault. You should never have tried to move our house without saying something about it.
I'll bet if I hadn't moved the house to the wrong end of town, I'd have sold him. Mr. Henderson is beginning to think that your father isn't a very good prospect.
Oh, but he is. You'll sell him if you'll only keep trying. Something tells me he's weakening.
It didn't feel like it. Dyches is awful good apple pie. Almost as good as Ma Blair's.
Who's Ma Blair?
Oh, she's Sally's mother.
And just who is Sally?
She's a girl in Frozen Falls that I promised to marry.
What?
You see, when I left Frozen Falls to make my way in the world, I promised Sally that someday I'd come back and marry her. Alexander Botts never goes back on his word.
Well, I hope you two will be very happy. I won't be able to see you tonight, or any other night.
Boys, these advance sales reports indicate that this is going to be one of the biggest years that the Earthworm Tractor Company has ever had.
Telegram, Mr. Henderson.
Oh, thanks. Listen to this. I agree with you that Johnson is not a good prospect. I'm proceeding to Smedleyville by way of Frozen Falls, where I'm going to marry a girl by the name of Sally. Stop. Congratulate me. Alexander Botts. I certainly feel sorry for Sally.
You can wait right there, if you will. Same old bashful Sally. Look what I brought you.
Oh, well, these are beautiful, Alexander.
Oh, I don't know. Not any more beautiful than the smell of that pie.
Well, won't you come in?
Will I? Sure. I can smell it better inside.
Hey, Pop, look who's here. Hi.
Hi, Mr. Blair.
Alexander Botts, what kind of a do-jigger are you selling now?
The little do-jigger that I am now selling weighs 16 tons. Have a card.
Well, I always told you had it in you.
You did? Oh, yes. I remember. Well, Sally, I told you I'd make a success and sell big things, didn't I? And I promised that I'd come back for you. Well, here I am. And what I said about your father not coming to live with us, forget it. Oh, hello, Emmett. How are you?
I'm all right, I guess.
Well, Emmett, congratulate me. I'm going to get married.
Oh, who's the lucky girl?
Sally.
Well, that's fine. I'd like to go to a wedding. I haven't been to one in 3 months.
Is that so? Who got married then?
I did.
You got married? Well, congratulations, Emmett. Who'd you marry?
Sally.
Sally? Well...
The minute you left here. He hasn't had a job since.
Congratulations, Emmett. I wanted Sally, but I guess the best man won. Thanks. Goodbye, Sally. Forever.
Well, Alexander, don't take it too hard. You know, I'm not the only girl in the world.
Well, I know that's easy enough for you to say, Sally, but there's an old saying and the true one. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Yes. Goodbye.
Alexander, try not to go to pieces.
I'll try, Sally, but after all, there's always the river. Goodbye.
Poor Alex. And he can't swim a stroke.
disagree with you. I think Johnson is still a fine prospect. I'm proceeding back to Cypress City, where I'm going to marry a girl named Mabel. Stop. Congratulate me. Alexander Butts. Mabel. Is that man crazy or am I?
I wouldn't know.
I've been trying to get in touch with Mabel, and her father won't tell me where she is. Do you know?
Well, I know she bought a ticket for Chicago.
Chicago? Yes. Where's she going in Chicago?
Well, she didn't say, but she's got an uncle there, and I imagine that's where she's bound for.
Yeah, what's her uncle's name?
As far as I remember, it's Johnson, too.
Johnson? Well, that's easy. Thank you very much.
Good evening, sir. How do you do, sir? My card. Oh, I'm glad to know you, Mr. Butts. You expect to be in Chicago long? Well, maybe yes and maybe no. I see. It all depends. Yes, sir. Boy, take Mr. Butts' bag to 502. Where's the nearest telephone? Just around the corner, Mr. Butts. Thank you. You're welcome, sir.
Sorry, man, he doesn't answer.
Excuse me. I'm looking for a man named Johnson. Can you tell me how I can find him?
Well, the Johnsons in Chicago are as thick as the Smiths in New York. And you know how thick the Smiths are in New York. Which particular Johnson you looking for?
Well, he's got a niece in Cypress City by the name of Mabel.
Well, now, ain't that nice? I've got an uncle in Topeka, Kansas named Oscar.
Oh, is that so?
Don't you know this Johnson's first name?
No, Do you mind if I look at your book?
Well, why not?
I bet there's a whole page full of them.
I'm sorry, he doesn't answer.
Johnson.
Kramer House.
Johnson. Do you mind if I use your telephone?
Go ahead, you're paying for it. Kramer House. I'm sorry you've been disconnected that. I'll try again.
Get me Oswego 3412, please.
Oswego 3412? Just a minute.
Hello. Is this Mr. Aaron A. Johnson? Hello, Mr. Johnson. This is Alexander Butts calling. Have you a very beautiful, charming niece by the name of Mabel? This is the aquarium. Well, then you have no niece.
Okay, I got it. Bay 1420.
Hello? Is this the home of Thomas Johnson? Is Mabel Johnson there? She is. Hello, is this you, Mabel?
This is Mabel.
Mabel, this is Alexander. Alexander! Bots!
Bots to you, mister.
All right. Crestdale 5952.
Is this the home of Ulysses Johnson? Have you got a niece by the name of Mabel? You haven't.
Well, thank heavens you're here. What a night. I'm exhausted.
Zebula Zachary Johnson. Get me Crest 4436.
Sorry, the phone's been disconnected.
Well, I guess I'm through. That was the last Johnson in Chicago.
No, not the very last Johnson.
Oh, yes, it was.
No, there's one more, miss.
One more. Who's that?
Mabel Johnson.
Mabel? Mabel! Gosh, I called every Johnson in Chicago trying to find you. Where are you? I'll come to you wherever you are.
Well, just a minute. What about Sally?
Oh, that's all a thing of the past. She don't mean a thing in the world to me.
What made you change your mind? Why didn't you marry her?
Well, when I got there, she was already married to another fella.
Oh. Oh, so Sally was already married.
Yeah, wasn't that funny?
And then you decided to look for me.
Yes, Mabel, I could hardly wait till I found you.
Alexander Bob, I hate you.
Mabel! Operator!
Gosh, I don't know what she got mad at.
Mabel!
That new starter's quite an improvement, eh, Hank?
H.J.
What's the trouble now?
Listen to this. Trace spots the Kramer Hotel Chicago where he reserved room, then disappeared. Stop. When last seen, he was going into a telephone booth. Wells Detective Agency.
If they can't find him in a telephone booth, they might as well give up.
If I ever get my hands on him, I'll...
Bots.
You're right. My girl Mabel left for Cypress City, I hope. I'm following. Stop. Understand Cypress County in market for tractors. Stop. Wire Kramer Hotel, $162 telephone bill. Stop. Keep in touch with me. Alexander Butt.
Now that we finally found him, we can fire him.
Oh, will I?
Henderson, let us send another man down to get that order.
I haven't a man available right now, but don't worry, I'll go down there myself.
I wish I could have seen him just once before we fired him.
I wish I could have seen him just once before you hired him.
Tractors, huh? Gotcha. Stop watching me.
I just wanted to tell you, Mr. Johnson, that those two tractor salesmen are still waiting.
Well, send one of them in here.
Well, Watts, I'm glad I was here first. I've got a luncheon date with an old friend of yours.
Yeah, who's that?
Miss Johnson.
Miss Johnson? Is she back in...
Mr. Healy, you can come in now.
Thank you. She's back. Well, good morning, Mr. Johnson. My name is George Healy of the Elephant Tractor Company.
Talk louder. How do you expect me to hear you when you whisper?
I said my name is George Healy of the Elephant Tractor Company.
Tractors, huh? I hate tractors. But I represent the taxpayers of this county, and I've got to listen to you. How much is your tractor?
Well, now, the kind that your community needs costs only $4,750 FOB.
I ask you the price of your tractor.
I said it cost $4,750.
Ah, fine salesman. Don't even know the price of your own product.
I said the price is
Never mind the price. Have your tractor ready for a demonstration this afternoon. Now get out of here and send another fella in.
Crab.
I ain't neither.
Fine fellow, that Johnson.
Speak up! Speak up!
Aha! Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Good morning.
What, you?
Tut, Mr. Johnson. Come now. Let's let bygones be bygones.
After what you did to me, I don't see how you've got the nerve to come in here.
All right, Mr. Johnson. I apologize.
I demand you apologize to me.
All right, then I apologize.
So you won't apologize, huh? All right, don't. I ought to kick you out of here. But as road commissioner of this county, I can't be prejudiced. What's the price of your tractor? Is your tractor any good for road building? What kind of an engine's it got in it? What's the horsepower? All right, all right. I'm a sick man. I've got to have my lunch. You know where to bring the tractor for a demonstration. Be there on time. Lunch?
Do you mind if I use your telephone?
No, go right ahead.
Get me the Robert E. Lee Hotel, please.
Robert E. Lee Hotel.
Alexander Bott's inquiring. Have there been any telephone messages for me?
No, sir.
You're sure Mabel Johnson hasn't called?
Yes, sir, I'm sure. But there's a telegram for you.
Oh, yes? Will you read it?
You are absolutely, completely, and finally fired. Stop. Kindly don't annoy our customers. Stop. Another man is taking over your territory. Gilbert Henderson.
Thank you.
How do you do, Mr. Johnson? My name is Henderson. I represent the Earthworm Tractor Company.
Yes,
Mr. Johnson, I'm very, very happy to find you alone, sir. I won't take up but a minute of your time. I just want to tell you a few facts about our product.
Speak up! Speak up!
I understand that you've been ill. How do you feel today?
Oh, I feel terrible. I always feel terrible.
Oh, that's too bad.
Mr. Henderson, whatever happened to that young salesman, Alexander Botts, that used to work for you?
Salesman, he was the world's worst. We fired him.
Yeah? Well, I think you made a mistake there, Mr. Henderson. Alexander Botts impressed me as being a natural-born salesman.
Yeah, that's what he thought.
Well, let's not bandy words. I'm a man that judges by results. What I'm interested in is your small tractor.
Where will the demonstration take place?
Where? Oh, yeah, where? Well, now let's see. Here we are. Here. Here's Cypress City. There is the railroad station. Now, you take your small tractor and run her right down over the ramp. Continue right straight ahead due west for 4.5 miles. You'll come to a large sycamore tree with a hornet's nest. I don't think you'll stop there, but you'll go right straight ahead till you come to a big stump. There you are, there's the stump, and that's where you stop.
You mean that's where the demonstration will take place?
Oh, no, but that's where we're going to meet you. Now, do you know how to find the place?
Oh, surely.
Well, that's good. And I'll keep this map so we'll be able to find you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. I'll be there.
All right, do it.
And so, fellow citizens, as chairman of the Board of Road Commissioners, I have been chosen to make the final decision as to which tractors we will buy by Cypress County. I have mapped out a very difficult course for these tractors to give us a demonstration. Just one more thing. I have practically made up my mind which tractor it will be. But, in all fairness, we will go on with this demonstration. One of the finest speeches I've ever heard.
Oh, Mabel. Gosh, I don't see why you want to be mad at me. If you'll just let me explain, I know we can patch this up. Gosh, Mabel, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't even think.
Well, that's not unusual, is it?
Well, you just wait till I get your father on my tractor.
Seems to me you had him on your tractor once before.
No. All right, if that's the way you want to act, go on. But I'm going to sell your father, and after I sell him, you know what I'm going to do? No, you don't know. Well, I'm going on to Smedleyville and sell some more tractors.
And that's one of the reasons it has so much power. Well, young man, it looks like you've got something here. Yes, Mr. Johnson, and you'll never regret your decision.
Mr. Johnson, will you pose on the earthworm?
Well, I don't want to, but I guess I will. And you, none of your monkey business.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop that way.
a hill full of dynamite.
Well, somebody has to warn them.
I wouldn't go up there if the husband by you. But don't go up there. You can kill. Well, don't try to climb that mountain. Up. The earthworm must only a molehill. Well, the earthworm can climb the mountain of pivot. Pivot. Let me out of here. Well. Well, that break. Oh. Oh. Be careful. Careful. That's my middle name. Alexander P. Bott. He's for careful. Now, you're going to kill me.
Dynamite.
What?
I tell you, guys, put up there, you better get to the right.
Oh. I wouldn't buy a tractor that made so much noise.
Well, we have them with mufflers, Mr. Johnson.
What?
Mufflers, mufflers.
Oh, I thought you said mufflers. Turn back! Turn back! There's dynamite on the new road.
They're dynamiting to the left of us. They're dynamiting to the right of us. They're dynamiting behind us. Retreat! Alexander Botts never retreats. Take me home! Take me home! Home? Where do you live now? Spruce Street or Pine?
Turn to the right!
Oh. Take him! Take him!
You can't go over that bridge. It's unsafe.
Johnson, don't worry. The earthworm is safe any place. Stop! 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 Well, all right. If you're afraid, Mr. Johnson, we'll back up.
No, don't back up. Keep on going. Go ahead.
Well, make up your mind what you want.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Away we go.
What are you stopping for?
Looks pretty wobbly up ahead there, Mr. Johnson. I think we better go back.
No, don't go back. Keep on going. Ahead. Ahead.
All right. Anything you say, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah. Fellow citizens, as chairman of the Board of Road Commissioners of Cypress County, Alexander Botts, you're going to pay for this. You hear what I'm saying? What? I
I say you're going to pay for this. Speak up, speak up. I can't hear you.
I can hear you. I'm cured. I'm cured.
I say I can't hear you. Speak up.
I'm cured. I can hear you.
Stop whispering.
Oh, boy, this is the greatest tractor in the world. I'm going to buy 6 of them for the county and 8 of them for my lumber company.
What did you say?
Alexander, are you all right?
All right. I just bought 14 tractors from this young man.
Oh, I always knew you were a master salesman, darling.
What?
Darling.
Louder.
Darling.
Louder.
Darling.
Louder. Darling.
Oh, darling.
I can hear that.